You're joining me here with what has been a fantastic session at New Zealand Real Estate. Now, I'm with Hamish Dodd. Hamish and I've been talking a little bit, not just about his presentation, but some of the things that we can do, particularly in the realm of real estate, to make better content. And one of the big topics is pre-production. What exactly is that, and what should we be doing?
Look, Dave, pre-production is basically all the planning that goes into the shoot. So it's planning the story, it's understanding how long it's going to take to complete the production work that you want to carry out. It might be creating a shot list. In my opinion, it's always good to sit down with the players that have a stake in it. So that would be sitting down with my cameraman, that would be sitting down with my editors. So as we work as a team to achieve the goal, rather than trying to be autocratic and just hand things off. I mean, you're talking about a whole bunch of people who are very, very good in their own fields. Much like I understand real estate, as you grow your team, you rely on each other and you do better together. And I think you can definitely do that in production when you're filming. You know, talk to your cameraman. They might have suggestions. It's not an autocratic sort of world. They might say, hey, how about we try this? Maybe we use this lens. This is how we're going to light this. This is all the stuff that goes into pre-production. And no one seems to want to take the time to do it. They see it as dead time. It's not. It's, if you do that right, the whole shoot and the edit will go well afterwards.
Is there like a bit of a formula or a checklist or some things, particularly in the realm? I think maybe let's talk about two types of content, and we're largely talking video here, but I guess it can translate into podcast or whatever, right? I think let's go where we're representing a property. I'd love to have your thoughts on what you think agents could do a little bit better and what preparation or pre-production they should do. And then let's also see where the parallels are and any additions or changes where we're talking about content that I guess the agents are creating for themselves in terms of connecting with an audience at scale with their content where they're the star of the show as opposed to the property. So let's hit the first one.
First one, okay, agents dealing with representing the property and going and shooting that. Most places, when you shoot things outside, it's about the light, right? So early morning light can be nice, but I tell you what, a slightly overcast day is best, right? Because you're not running through transitions of bright light to dull light. You've got some consistency for the cameraman to work with. This is really good. So maybe thinking about the day that you're actually going to go and shoot would help. Don't send the poor buggers out there in the rain, you know, or a stinking hot, bright day where they're going to have trouble with shadows and all manner of other things.
And I got to say, wearing the suit.
Wearing the suit. Yeah, there it is, right?
I'd rather have the overcast as well.
A little bit of powder, to fix yourself up. So look, it is all about the planning, David. It's sitting down with the team that are going to work on it rather than the first connection with the property being when all the parties involved meet on the site for the first time. You need to talk before that. You need to spend some time to actually plan the shoot so it runs smoothly.
What about story?
Story.
You mentioned story. What's the basic components of storytelling?
Component of story, beginning, middle, and end. And I guess that's the story of the house. And as I said in the presentation, real estate agents are actually really good at writing. Like you look at what they're doing, they're talking and describing a house. They're telling me about the area that is, what's wonderful. They're selling me the dream. It's all written there in the blurb. Take that and break it down and go, oh yeah, we talked about the schools and the amazing park down the road. Maybe we should put a shot of the park in the video that we've raved about because it's a key thing. The writing's there, so you've almost taken care of a big chunk of the issue. Sit down then with your videographer and go, okay, so here's almost a loose script. Videographers are talented people. They'll be able to play around with it because they do a bit of everything, right? A lot of them know how to edit, obviously. They know how to storytell. So maybe go back to them and go, oh, this is what I'm thinking. And they might say, well, that's rubbish, and that's a great idea. And they can incorporate it into it for you. That's the storytelling.
Love it. What about that other side of content where, shamelessly, real estate agents need to be in charge of business development. They need to be attracting business, and content's a great way to do that. What advice would you give salespeople and business owners who are wanting to, I guess, grow an audience, connect with the audience, deliver value, I guess, be well received? What would you suggest?
The production values are super important when it comes to what you're putting out there as your content, particularly on things like social media now. Before, you used to be able to get away with everything. Oh, I've got my cell phone and I'm wandering along. Hi, how are you doing? Not really what you want to be doing if you wanted to be growing it. You need to have a cameraman shooting you. You want to make sure the audio is key. You can almost forgive slightly poor footage, but no one will ever forgive poor audio. Okay? Yeah, you can watch a show that's a little bit grainy, or there's something going on with it, but if the audio plays up or it's slightly out of sync, it's over, right?
You can handle 720p, but you can't listen to a cell phone breaking up.
You cannot. That's exactly
wind.
right.
So I've had that mistake.
So those are the key things you want. Yeah, the wind's a problem. I think it's been comfortable in front of the camera. And one of the things I probably would have liked to have talked about earlier on, but I didn't get, time's of the essence, right?
Please.
Is how do you be comfortable in front of the camera? Now, it's understanding that you know what you're talking about, so there's no need to be embarrassed or worried about it. You're talking real estate. That's what you live and breathe. So go out and talk about it as though you're talking to your mate at the pub. Just say it. You know it. People seem to freeze when a camera gets on them, which is really interesting, okay? How can you break that? Probably sometimes people need to be put into action, so you could do a slow walk and talk, which people might find easier than being static. Having something in their hand. It could be as simple as having their cell phone or maybe a folder or some sort of prop from the real estate world. Having that in their hands can give you something to sort of clutch to so you don't feel naked and exposed just sitting in one place. And just be yourself, right? It's incredible. I've seen the most gregarious, amazing people stall in front of a camera, and I've seen the shy wallflower just turn around and go, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just looking at them going, wow, where did that come from? Your talent.
Yeah.
So be yourself, take your time, you know your subject. If you need to, do a walk and talk, maybe hold something in your hand, and there's such a thing as over-rehearsing, right? You can eventually cook it.
Hamish, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. Great to have you with us. Looking forward to continuing the conversation. See you later, guys.